morning, guys. It's trainer Loren Cunningham-Hammond here. Our week is starting off with a bang. We've had quite a few people reach out to me and ask me for some additional information on AEP and OEP. So let's go ahead and get started with this week. And of course, you guys, if you have questions or problems, you can always email the training box and someone will get back to you as soon as possible. So only I can change my life. No one can change it for me. And that is by the wise Carol Burnett. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm sorry, guys. It seems like we've had some sort of technical issue. So the tip of the week, sales shout out and preparing for open enrollment. So I know a lot of you have already started selling and putting pen to paper for a lot of those Medicare people out there, which I wish you all the best. And of course, if you guys have any questions about AEP or OEP, be sure to email the training box and we will be more than happy to assist you in any way that we can. So because of AEP and OEP, we are reducing the Motivational Monday. So please take note. It will not be every Monday. It'll be every other Monday, with the exception of December because of the holiday season. So November 11th, November 25th, December the 9th, and January the 6th. And then thereafter, we will be on our regularly scheduled programs. So again, remember, reduced because of AEP. So let's talk about our sales and shout outs and kudos for the week. So this was for the week of October 14th, 2019. Now the front runners were the short-term medical for NatGen and UHC. Under the accident, we have the NatGen, the planner enhancement, as well as the UHC safeguard. Critical illness, we have NatGen cancer, heart, and stroke policies. And then the dental, we have UHC dental. So kudos and shout outs for all of the top producers. Now there are a couple of new names on here for me. So if I slaughter your name, please forgive me in advance. But for the week of October 14th, 2019, under the short-term medical, we have Alexandra Lewis, great job, as well as Jacob Gordon, great job, Jacob, and then Deborah Rizipeka. And I apologize if I say the name wrong, and I know I did, and I apologize, but great job, Deborah. Continue with that hard work, guys. It's paying off. And then we have under the fixed, we have Katia Santa Maria, and we have Kent Kirkwood. And again, great job, Kent. Both of you, great job on that fixed. And then under the supplement, we have Michael Shimanoff. And again, if I pronounce that wrong, I apologize, Michael, but great job nonetheless. And then Dawn Trotter, great job, Dawn. Keep up all those sales, guys. And remember, we've just started AEP and OEP, so the sales opportunities are out there. So tips for an effective OEP. So some of you might say, well, I've already got all my stuff set, ready to go, happy, goodness. Well, that's fine, I appreciate that, but you might learn something here. I hope you do at least. So start presetting now. So you're gonna call existing clients now and get them on the books. So remember, people are more prone, if you're anything like me, I wanna get my shopping done as soon as possible because then I can focus on other things. But make sure that you do that fact finding before, so that whenever you're going in to do your presentation, because you have spent that little extra time fact finding and getting everything together, the odds of you closing at the time of the presentation are that much higher. Now remember, it is always important for you to know the differences between major medical plans. Not every client has the same wants and needs. So in advance, prepare your comparisons. Remember, again, not all companies are the same. Know the differences in the plans, and then of course the levels of plans. You know, the more expensive plans are typically going to have a lower copay and a lower, out-of-pocket maximums. So remember, work within your client's budget, but again, fact find in advance. So know what's good for your customer. I used to sell a few years back, and for me, it was always taking a little bit more time out of my day. And, you know, if I knew that my client didn't take a whole lot of medications, but wanted that deductible to be lower, but they wanted the cheaper copay plans, you know, I would go through and check and see what was available. So then that way it was a very polished presentation and I wasn't guessing and hemming and hawing. Now remember, shoppers are always the first to call. Again, like myself, as soon as OEP becomes available, I want to get it done, completed, knocked out of the way so then I can move on with my life. Don't give quotes out. You customize the plans. Let them know that you're here to help them, and it's a free service because they are your clients. Obviously, the more you know about your clients with probing questions, what they're looking for, their needs, it comes together very nicely. Boundaries. This is one that I've always had a really hard time with. Set boundaries early. You're busy. So you will have those clients out there that, oh, I'm shopping around. I just want some information. That's fine, but you don't want them calling back 3, 4, 5, 6 times, pumping you for information. You have to let them know, okay, Mr. Client, I have given you all the information that you've needed. I understand you need a day or two to process this, but let's keep in mind, this is a really busy time of the year for me, and I'm not going to be able to be at your beck and call. You know, I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can, but unfortunately, I have a lot of other people too. So why don't we figure out what is working for you, and we'll set up a time and I can get back with you then. Remember, some people are going to call you time and time again, and unfortunately, they're going to waste some of your time. So keep that to a minimum. Now, social media. Social media is the latest and greatest, and a lot of agents have been reaching out and utilizing social media, which is great. So post today on social media about what you do, how you're doing, some of the stuff that's coming up, and the extras that are involved with what plans are available. Now, for me personally, Twitter, great outlet. Facebook, another great outlet, but it's been proven, and some market research has shown that, you know, Instagram, not as many older people use it, and you're going to, if your specific market is for personnel in their 20s, mid to early 20s, I say go for it. But chances are probably not. You're probably looking for people in their late 20s, 30s, and up. I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time on Instagram, but the others, absolutely. Now remember, this can also, because of your social media accounts, can turn into casual conversations with your friends, with your family. And remember, over the holidays, you can also be bringing up this information and reaching out and selling more. Don't cut corners. By cutting corners, I mean when you have that customer in front of you over the phone, whatever the case may be, Okay, Mr. Customer, what's your budget? $200? Okay. Well, do you have a doctor specifically? Oh, no, you don't? You don't care? Well, chances are because you haven't done those probing questions and taken the time to get to know what your client's needs are, you're avoiding giving them the quality of service that they deserve. And when that happens, you have a really, really high fallout. So remember, when you have that fallout of customers, chargebacks. I knew of a friend of mine who was just had really, really great numbers. He was selling hundreds and hundreds of applications, but his retention was only in the 5%. His checks looked amazing, but then when those chargebacks hit, he panicked. He panicked big time because he was not taking the time to get to know what his customers' needs and wants were. So remember, doing quality work during OEP, you can get referrals from your friends, your family. So when I was an agent, one of the things that I used to like to do was, I have a twin brother, and my twin brother does not do socially well with other people. So keeping your follow-ups consistent. So my twin brother is Lawrence. Yes, I know. I am one of those children, Lauren and Lawrence. So my twin brother would sit at home and he would follow up with each and every one of those personnel that I had written a policy for, and I knew that they were issued. And he would follow up and say, hey, this is Lawrence Cunningham. I'm just following up with you because I wanted to make sure you got your ID card. And then when people had their ID cards, he would be like, hey, can you pull it out? I'm just going to spend a couple minutes with you so we can go over the information on the card. So Lawrence, even though he was, let's look at the website, I'm going to walk you through how you can look up a doctor if you need a specialist, he would spend anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes with a customer, and that's all he did all day. And because he took the time, even though I was paying him, I had a higher retention rate because my customers felt like I took the time. So yes, I hired my brother to do it. It worked for me and it kept him out of trouble. But find someone to help you. Hire an assistant. If you have teenagers at home that are looking for some extra money and you know that they're going to be professional, go for it. Have your referral strategy ready. So don't stop because it's open enrollment. Ask on all calls. So that follow-up phone call that my twin brother would do and go through the ID card just to make sure that my clients understood the card and the information on the cards, he would also say and hit up the person for, hey, do you have anyone that could utilize Loren's services? You know, because we're here for that. If you can think of anyone, please give our name, our phone number. And I actually had a pretty good turnaround of people calling and saying, oh, well, you were referred to me by so-and-so. So it really does help. The more polished and clean you come and presented, and you're not fumbling all over yourself, the higher likely people are going to appreciate that you're organized. So still be involved in the community. So when I was an agent, I used to work with a nonprofit organization that worked with animals. So and I did it because I love animals. Well, it turned out every person that also volunteered and got involved in that animal rescue would then come to me for their insurance needs, and then their friends and their families. Show your passion. This is important because if you're not one that likes your job, it comes across, whether it's through the phone or in person. I personally don't care to buy things from people who are just trying to shove it down my throat because they want to meet a number. it doesn't work for me, and I know it doesn't work for a lot of other people, but remember, your passion shows through. It shows through in the tone in your voice, the pitch in your voice, your body language. So again, show your passion. People want to work with those that they enjoy and will refer their friends and family. This is a true statement. Now, remember, just because it's AEP and OEP, that doesn't mean that you can't have fun. Have fun, enjoy it. Yes, it's going to be some crazy times, and yes, you're going to have long days, but remember, keep calm and carry on. Now you'll notice in the center, I have different types of coffee. If you're not a coffee drinker and you're more of a tea drinker, just imagine the cups of tea. Remember, have fun. Yes, you can make a lot of money with some hard work, but remember, it's only 6 weeks. So have fun with it. Make some money, make some friends, make some memories. Remember, guys, if you have problems, questions, or concerns, make sure that you email training@ahcpsales.com and someone will get back to you. Or if it's really urgent and you need some assistance now, call the agency service line at 877-228-8773, and there's always someone there available to help you. If you guys have problems, questions, concerns, if you second guess something, please, by all means, email or call. Well, guys, that's me. I'm about to wrap it up. So thank you so much for spending part of your busy day with me. I appreciate you. Good luck with the sales. And again, if you have any questions, email training@ahcpsales.com. Or again, you can call if you need something quicker at 877-228-8773. Guys, thank you again so much for spending part of your day with me. I appreciate you. Have a great week and happy sales.